Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another live stream with yours truly, Clyde from PT3D. I'm trying out some new hardware. The microphone didn't work on my last live stream, so I figured I'd give it a shot this time, and I'm trying it on the laptop to see if it holds up. So, I'm going over here for a sec because I need to check it. So let's see how we look. Pardon me if we get a little bit of a loop when I open it, but I just need to know if it's working or not. So I'm testing my microphone. Let's see what it does. And I believe this computer is very slow. I hear audio. So that is a good thing. That is promising. Let's see. Hello? I hear audio. All right, that's good. That's very good, actually. All right, so well, I really hadn't planned on doing this, but I need to batch up a job real quick anyway. That's the trophy. So if you want to sit here with me while I do that, that's cool. This is not going to take very long. I cannot, however, transfer the information from here to my SD card because I have run out of USB ports. And I forgot to bring my splitter. So I'm somewhat limited on that. So as you can see on the screen, this is Simplify 3D. I need a model to put in here, so I'm going to click right here on the import button. And this right here, I'll show it to you real quick. This is what I just did on the previous live stream. This is blunk, the little doohickey that I came up with, my little test print. Not the center mouse button. It's the right mouse button to do this. And it's the left mouse button to do this. Now this, I'm still learning this, so please bear with me. But if you double click on your model, it brings up all these options. Scaling, offset, rotation. Oops, wrong way. I'm going to rotate that 270 degrees. And it disappeared, so I know it was rotated the correct position. So now what I'm going to do is go to center and arrange. Bloop! And it goes right back to the middle again. Once you get your model where you want it, you can have multiple models on here, and I really do not know how this works, but I don't believe you can. If you have multiple models, you can like select different layers, kind of. So if you're doing multicolor, I believe you could do it from here. So if I didn't want to see like one part, I could turn it off. And then when I'm done, I can turn it back on. I believe regardless, when you go to prepare to print, all of it is going to show back up again. So you can't do like a multi-queue, I don't believe. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. So anyway, yes, we were going to look at the settings. So down here, that is your edit process settings. Okay, so right now it's at default process 1. There's a couple of different modes. You can do it from this mode, where the infill percentage is 50%, and I want to generate support. Really? I do not. So this would be a generic setup. Now if you wanted to get more in depth, this one is the Chris Elkins CR10 modified profile. You can also add your other printers here. So right now I've got a stock profile for the Folgertech FT5 loaded. I just need one for the second, the second generation. The Ultimaker 2 clone, which is Jenny. Yeah, you can select models. Anyway, the advanced allows you access to doing specific things. I have not messed with this near as much as I like to make sure that I'm an expert, which I'm not on anything. So don't ever think that. Um, right now I have a single extruder, 0.4 millimeter nozzle, extrusion multiplier of 0.96, which seems to work well, and a manual 0.4 extrusion width. Again, seems to work well. Retraction distance 6.5, and all this blah 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 blah. My favorite part about this is the coast at the end, which I don't know if it makes a difference. And the wipe nozzle. The wipe nozzle feature is fantastic. I love it. It goes right up the edge of the bed and it leaves stuff there, and then it goes right over and starts printing. Really, I like that. Let's see what else. Layer. First layer height. The only part I've messed with on this is the top layers, bottom layers, and the perimeter shells. I did change this to 4 for the last project that I did because I needed really thick walls on it. It's not necessary for what I'm doing now, so I can actually change that down to 2. Bottom solid layers, I could probably change it to I don't know, 2 or 4, probably 2. Outline perimeter shells, again, I'll just keep it at 2. The point is I want to make sure that I'm printing enough material, but this model does not require really thick walls unless I'm doing specific testing. So the other thing is the letters that are on the model. I gotta bump that up to 60% infill. I know that's excessive, but I want to make sure that these letters are adequately supported, or the letters, not the the number and the letter. So we don't need support. I could go into additions, use skirt brim. I have 2, so it does 2 perimeters for the skirt. I could switch it to anything I want. Use ooze shield, raft, prime pillar. Infill, which again, we've already set that to 60%. Outline overlap, all this stuff. I have not messed with this. Support. I have not messed with this just yet. I did see Paul do it the other day, so let's see what else. Temperature and cooling, layer 1. Temperature, this is bed. So the bed is showing up the 60 degrees Celsius. Cooling, this is layer number 1. Temperature is 200 degrees. I did change that. So if you look over here on, not scripts, what is it under? Oh, it's very, there it is, sorry. So primary extruder, I have layer 1 at 210 degrees and layers, 2 through, what? That shouldn't be layer 1. That should be layer 2. Okay. Oops. See, like I said, I haven't used this a whole lot yet, so I'm still learning it. So you gotta give me a little bit of a credit for trying this. Okay, hold on. Well, that's weird. Why does it show this as... Defines the temperature in each build layer to use the same temperature for the entire build. Add a single set point entry for layer 1. Double click to edit values. There we go. Layer 2. I don't know why that was. I thought I had set that at layer 2 before. So that's interesting. It's been doing fine. So I don't know. We'll find out. G-code, I think, is the other one I wanted to look at. Or is that not it? Advanced? Other scripts. Okay, it is. It's a scripts. This is where all that stuff gets translated. So right here where it says Chris Elkins rocks, I'm going to leave that for now until I come up with something better I want to do. Because Chris Elkins does rock for coming up with this profile, so I didn't have to do it. So And of course, it's got some the little stuff that I really like. So yeah, lots of little tiny tidbits and useful information. So anyway, now once you have your settings the way you want them, without messing them up too much, and if you use the Chris Elkins profile, you probably ought to, make note of the changes before you make them. That way, you can put them back to the default that worked for you before. When you go to prepare to print, this is where the new dialog box comes up. So this is basically your pre-print window. So everything is already set. All your supports are set. Now what you want to do is you want to look and see exactly what the model's going to do. So this is like the simulator kind of thing. So what I can do is I can actually zoom in so you get a nice good look of this. And that's kind of neat, little thingies there. What I can do is see these little spots right here have been leaving little void spaces when I've been printing. That is something I'll have to adjust at some point. I haven't done it yet. But what you can do is you can take this down just like in the Cura software and figure out where your layers start doing things. See, it's like right here. I didn't realize I'd put a bevel on that. That's funny, but I did. I didn't put one up here, but I put one on the bottom. But yeah, so you can see kind of, this will show you exactly what the infill looks like. That is a lot of infill, but again, they're also kind of, they're keychains and stuff, so I want to make sure they're a little bit rugged. But no excuses, it's still a little bit of a waste of filament, I know, but as I streamline it, I will mess with it and reduce the amount of infill over time to make people happy about that. So I don't want you to think I waste things willy-nilly, because I don't. And then you can see up here the statistics. I have not looked at this yet. This is where the material cost is. I don't know what that's calculating off of, so I'm going to actually look at that at some point and figure that out to make sure that I'm getting an accurate representation. It does give you your filament weight or approximate weight. It does give you your filament length that it's going to use, and it gives you an approximate build time. I will say that this has been surprisingly accurate. I don't know to the minute because I have not stop clocked this, but I will say that it is pretty darned close to the expectation of time based on the calculations here. So what I will do is I will bring my scale in, and I will make sure to do that. So I will let you know how accurate it is. Anyway, once you're done with that, you can either do begin direct printing from your USB, or you can save your toolpath to disk. You can do it to either your SD card, or you can do what I do, is I have a file in here that I use, and that seems to work pretty well. And then I can transfer it either to Google Drive, or I can just dump it onto the SD card if it's not equipped already. This allows me to do this work when I'm somewhere else and have it ready, and then all I gotta do is drag all the files over and then be done with it. So anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to test out the microphone, and I think it seems like it's been working pretty well, and I think next time we will focus on other stuff. So that's it for today. So I hope you guys keep innovating and keep watching. So thanks again. Bye.